Hello everyone, today we're gonna have another tutorial, and this time we'll discuss about how to fill up your tax information. Guys, you don't have to worry about tax information because basically anything in the USA or anything that earning $6 above is obliged should report their income unless you are doing under the table, which is not good. And since YouTube is a legit company, they cannot do that. Anyway, so we're going back to discussing tax. The first you have to do is if you need to log in your Google AdSense, and if you don't know how to do that, maybe it's first time for you to open your Google AdSense. You just have to search googleadsense.com and then log in your account that you're using for your channel or for Google account, basically. And then you will see these notes in your screen if you are already in your Google AdSense. And if you don't see this, maybe you dismiss it a few days ago or anything and you ignore it, you can always go to payments and manage settings, and from there you can fill up your form. Payments, and then another window will open, and then there's a manage setting, and you click manage setting, and window for tax information is one of them in that window. Anyway, so we'll back here. Since I'm already here, I will just sign it from manage tax info. Now, when you click that, you will open this window, and then you have the add tax info. So we're gonna do that now. Now, once you click the tax info, it will put you back to your login information. This is just to make sure that it's you. So it will ask you to log in your account again or put your password. And then you can go click next or log in. Once you log in, it will take you to this window, and it will just basically ask you some question about your tax. So it will give you the right form that you need later or in dito sa baba. Anyway, so it will ask you what kind of type do you want. So you're gonna do individual, non-individual, entity. So you will have to pick this option, guys. This is what best for you or for me. So yes, individual, and then it will ask in the bottom, are you a resident of United States or are you a resident? Obviously you are not, because this is for Philippines. So say no. And then below, it will give you an option of what kind of tax forms you have to fill up. And we have to click in the top because this is the best for non-US individuals, especially if you wanted to claim the tax. And below is about for those business people. You know, you're doing business and your YouTube is not only for fun or anything, but more like a business thing. So we don't want this. We have to pick this unless you are a business person or you're doing YouTube for business purposes. Anyway, so we have to pick this. Okay, guys, the top. So and then once you are done, click start with form. Now, once you start clicking the web form, it will take you to this screen, and this screen will ask your name. So you have to put your full name. Like for example, you have to put your first name, middle name, last name, and if you are a junior or a senior, then you have to put that also. And then leave this option blank, because this is not for you. And then you have to put your country, and if you are from Philippines, you put Philippines. If you are from Taiwan, you put Taiwan. If you are from United Kingdom, you put United Kingdom. Okay, guys, but this example is for Philippines. You put Philippines. Now here, you have to be here's the note. In this category, you can put your T number if you have, and if you don't have, then leave it blank. It's optional unless you want to claim a treaty in the next page, okay? You cannot claim. It says right here that you can leave it optional unless you want to claim a tax treaty. And you cannot claim a tax treaty if this is empty. Okay, guys, so if you have a T number right there, you can write it. If you don't have work and you don't have any T number, leave it blank. You don't have to worry about that. But like I say, you cannot claim a tax treaty because they need your information for that. So in this case, I have a T number. I have a T number, so I'm gonna put my T number, and this one leave this blank because this is not for outside US. So leave it. I mean, it usually is for US, and then you can click next. After you click next, it will give you a preview or review of what you did in the previous page. So it's your name, your country, and your tax ID. And then this one, your address. Now it's time for you to fill up an address. And here, you have to leave it blank, because this is for PO box unless your house have a PO box. Usually Philippines, I don't think so unless you live in those big houses in Manila or anything that had a PO box. PO box means like your mail is able to those papers like they able to deliver your mail door to door, like house to house, and you have that PO box in your house. But mostly Philippines doesn't have this, so leave it blank. Okay, and then here you're gonna put your country again, wherever you are right now, whatever country you are resident with. Okay, resident guys. Okay, the resident of the country where you are resident, not where you work or something like that. Anyway, so here address, you're gonna put your address right here. Address to, leave it blank. Suburb, let it blank. Put your city and then postal code. Put your postal code and your province. Okay, guys. Here's the another problem I encounter. My city, not my city, my postal code right here. When I put my postal code, it becomes error. It says it's not in the right format, which I don't know why it says not right format. I search and search and search, and some people have problem about it. They said edit your address, edit that, but the address is right. It's not wrong. The PIN number already received in the address, so it should be not a problem, but somehow it's wrong in this, but it's right in the PIN address, home address. So anyway, so what I did with this to avoid this is I click the mailing address is same permanent address. Okay, I click this. Why did I click it? It's because the address where the PIN number was sent is the same place where I live. So it's the same, so I don't have to worry about nothing in here. Okay, if you live in the same area, example, your PIN number was sent to your brother who is just in nearby, you could use the same trick like mailing address same permanent. Okay, but you cannot use the same trick if you send your PIN number in Manila and you are working or you are living in Bacolod. You cannot use the same trick like that. But here's the thing. Another thing. I forgot to try to just leave this blank if you have the same error as me, which is the postal code is not in the right format. If you have any solution for that you went through, then and it's different from mine, then please leave a note so in case in the future I know. Anyway, so you can also try like just leave empty the postal code. If that works, it will just let you go because I forgot to try that. So if it works, then good for you. If doesn't, leave me a note in the comment and I will find a way to bypass that part. Anyway, so when you're done, mine have checked this because I bypassed the passcode because I have an error. And the address in my PIN code, like I said, mailing is the same address in this. So I have no problem. Next. So the next page, it will also again another preview of what you did in the previous page. So your name, your address, your company, and your address right here. If you see, I have my same as permanent. I was able to bypass the area code. Okay, so and then it will ask you about your tax treaty, and this is what I'm talking about in the previous page where they need your T number, which is optional. So if you have a T number, this question right here, you can say yes. Okay, are you claiming a reduced rate of withholding under a tax treaty? If you put your pin in there, then you can say yes. If you didn't put your pin in there, then you have to say no. You cannot say yes. If you didn't put your pen, you will have an error because it doesn't match the information in the previous page. So since for me, since I have a pin number in there, I will say yes because I want a treaty. What is this treaty? This treaty is like if you go to the store, it's like a discount. Okay, it's like giving you a discount. Every country is different discount. It's like going to Robinson or to Walmart, and the Walmart have 30% discount of meat, while in Robinson or Mars have 20% only. So it depends which country are you. In this case, in this case we are discussing Philippines. So in here, since I have my P number, I will say yes, and it will ask you automatically what country to make sure they're gonna check if your country have a treaty in US. So I will put Philippines. If your country is not in the list, that means you are not in treaty for tax in USA. Okay, guys? Then we're gonna proceed to the next one. And then in this page, they gonna, since you claim for a treaty, it will give you all these discount that you can get for having a treaty with the US. Okay, so they're gonna say Article 8 in paragraph 1 depends on your country. The option here is 30%, which is the original if you don't have a treaty, and then it reduced to 0%. So basically, you don't get any tax in here if you did something in AdSense. So, kumbaga, yung AdSense walang tax o parang ganun. So, zero reduced rate. Good. That's a good one. And then here they will discuss about the reason of your reduced rate. Okay, it will just say blah blah blah. So you can it's just information what's in this article. Why do you have this? Okay, guys. So the next one is the motion picture in TV. What is this motion? This in a Google Play you can watch TV and those one and movie. I don't know really. I tried to search what really this. The only thing I could think is this movie that you're watching in Google Play or anything, or I don't know, or maybe it does it same with people that downloading movie in their channel. I'm not sure about that. I tried to search so I could not explain it properly for you guys. But all I know that this is movies, about movies. It's either you are watching movies, maybe you're watching movies in YouTube, Google Play, and that maybe what it is, I don't know. Or you're paying for it, I don't know. So in our case, we could get a discount there because I watch movie. I don't know. Anyway, so in here in the article, it say Article 13, paragraph 2A. There's 30%, which is the original rate, and then the best thing they offer for being a treaty in Philippines to US is 15%, nothing else. And then at the same thing, you have to check this because it just says that you agree or this is the reason why you get this 15%, and this is what it means. Okay, guys, this is pretty much you have to read it if you want, but that's pretty much what it is. Okay, and the next one is about copyright. Okay, if you have all those copyright, you have they will get you get a lot of this. You get a lot of you get also a tax rate. So anyway, it's the same. The option is 30%, the original, and the best thing you can get is 15%. And in the same in here, the reason why you get this, it will also stated, and you have to check that, and then you go to the next page. So again, the next page is just a preview of what you did in the previous pages. This one, what you did. So it's pretty much a preview. And then this is what happened. This is the form that you fill up. You can click this form if you want to see details by details of what it says, if you have time to read or you're not lazy to read. But if you are satisfied in what it's written right here or here, then you can click confirm and go to the next page. And this page, I click that preview. So this is what you're gonna see, the preview of that form that I just show you in that I just show you. So this is pretty much what it is and blah blah blah. So it's just a preview and it's just telling you this is what and that. So and then if you are done reading this, you can go back to previous page. Now since we are done reviewing this, if you are done reviewing this and you agree on what you see, like I said, you have to click this and go next. And on this page, it's the same. It's just a preview of what you did, your address and everything. They will always show you previously what you did in the previous page. So it's the same and same, everything here. And then uh, in the rules or what will happen to you if you make a perjury. What is perjury? If you made up all of this and it's not even true, so you should avoid that because the IRS is gonna check this, so you probably don't want that. Anyway, if you are done, go to the next page. Now, if you are done with everything and you review everything, you have to sign your name. Again, the name should be the right name, the first name, the middle name, the last name, and if you are a junior or a senior, you have to put it, just type it, okay? And then after you do that, it's gonna ask you, are you the person listed in the signature? Obviously, you are, unless someone else sign someone else's name, then I guess you have to do like probably those people that have a YouTube and then they are minors and they need their parents for this, so they need parent signature or something that, yeah, then they can put no. But if you are not a minor and it's not your kid, then you go for here and it's you, then you go for here. Anyway, guys, okay, so your name and yes, if you are this person, if this is you in this signature. So go click and go next. Now after you click the next page, it will take you to this page. Again, it's a previous of what you did in the previous page, and then it's gonna ask here, has the individual entity identified in the tax section perform any act or service for Google with US? Do you? Well, if you did, then you can say yes, but mostly probably you don't. I'm pretty sure you don't. So you just have to say no. If you have any services, I don't think you did. So you just have to say no. And then certify it. Like I certify that the service by Google or its affiliates will be performed. So you just have to check this part. So the next is here, it will ask you, are you providing tax information for your existing payment profile that hasn't received payments? Like your YouTube channel didn't receive any payments yet. Then if you didn't receive any payments yet, it doesn't matter if it was like last year or this year. If you didn't receive any payments yet, this one as in nothing, so you said, I am providing tax for a new existing payment for that hasn't received payments. That means this mean you basically you're telling that you have a YouTube channel that doesn't have any payments yet. Okay, for this one, you click this if you have a YouTube channel who receive a payment. It doesn't matter if it was last year or 2 years ago. You did receive payments, then click this. Anyway, they probably gonna start taking taxes for taking taxes in whatever month that it went through, the tax went through. So basically, see here, if you check it, it will say 2000 January 2021. So you don't have to worry about even if you've been paid before. So anyway, again, put this one if you didn't receive any payment. And put this one if you did receive any payment. It doesn't matter if it's last year or 2 years ago. As this one, if you receive. But for me, I didn't receive any payment yet. Well, at least this. So you have to click no. Yes, I am for not receiving payments. Anyway, so when you are done, you click submit. And then here you go. If you don't have any problem and you just follow the instruction I gave you if you are in Philippines and if you're reading and you're listening to me, and then this will, you should not have any problem unless you have some problem in the address. Anyway, so anyway, if you did it right, then you should be approved right away. As soon as you say submit, and it takes you to the next page, which is this. And if you are approved, it will just go approved without any problem. Just a second. Okay, guys? Anyway, and about the tax, guys, you should not have to worry about the tax because tax usually, AdSense or YouTube doesn't take tax just like any other work. Like when we go to work, they will take taxes in our paycheck, okay? YouTube or AdSense doesn't work that way. They will not take any tax right away or every time they give us paycheck. They have to wait at the end of the year, like probably before April 15 end, because that's where the USA tax usually end of submitting. So she's probably gonna ask you to pay you, or they gonna probably send us a form as what I read, or I don't know how it works, but it's always at the end of the year that they will ask for that. And you probably, that's the time you're gonna pay. So my suggestion is, if you're receiving a paycheck, set aside some money away, put it in a piggy bank or put it in the banks, or I don't know where you're gonna put it, but set aside so that at the end of the year, that it's time for YouTube to ask for you to pay those money that you owe, then you have something to give. Because I, so far, I don't know what will happen to you if you don't pay, but they probably have problem with your channel, because YouTube is a legit company and IRS is watching people in the YouTube in this. So they probably gonna do something if you don't pay your tax. So make sure you remember that. And another thing that I learned, that every gadgets you're using for YouTube, you can use it to for your expenses. So if you are paying taxes, a lot of taxes, then you can always deduct it by the expenses. That just don't be greedy, okay? Like for example, you're paying bills of 2,000 in your house, you're gonna also say, I spent $2,000, 2,000 peso for expenses, when you only spend few percent of that for YouTube. At the same time, when you're going traveling, you only spend 2 hours for travel, eating food, taking video for YouTube, and then you eat a meal probably during that time, and then you're gonna claim for a week of expenses. No, it's not good, and it will affect your profit if you just being greedy. Anyway, they will check. So don't be greedy. At the same time, if you are super chatting or be clicking the membership, you can also take those as expenses. And plus, you're paying for a tax in the card. Like when you use the card, you're paying tax. You can also add those for expenses. So anyway, any gadgets that you're using and anything you're doing to YouTube that you're spending your own money, then take it as expenses. I hope you guys, you learned something from this tutorial, and I hope it will help you. So don't worry guys, just follow what I said in here, and hopefully you will get approved. And if you didn't get approved and you have an error, go back to this video and leave a message, and I will find a solution for you. For now, thank you for watching, and bye!